Hello children, this video class is an initiative of Shiv Jyoti Educational Group. I am Shravya Vyas and I gladly welcome you all to my social science class. Today we shall be doing chapter 7 part 2, the coastal plains and islands. We had already done part 1 of this chapter in the previous class. What did we do in the previous class? We discussed the physical features of the coastal plains, the western coastal plain, the eastern coastal plain, the islands and life in the western coastal plains. In the previous class, we had discussed about life in the states of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala and Lakshadweep Islands. And what are we going to do in today's class? We are going to do the part 2 of this chapter. So what all shall we be covering? We will be covering life in the eastern coastal plains. We shall be covering the states of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Puducherry and also the map work of the coastal plains. So children, let's now start with the chapter. We shall first start with Odisha. Children, I want all of you to open your textbook page 52 and follow along with me. So the first state that we are going to cover is Odisha. So which is the capital of Odisha? Bhubaneswar is the capital of Odisha. Okay, and like I said before, the eastern coastal plains, there lot of deltas are formed, and the delta formed in the state of Odisha is called the Mahanadi river delta. Mahanadi river delta. And this delta region is very fertile and rice is the major crop here. Okay, and other than rice, Odisha is also popular for the handloom sarees. So the handloom sarees of Odisha are really popular, and some of the handloom sarees of Odisha are Bomkai sarees, Sambalpuri sarees. These are the popular handloom sarees of Odisha. And other than this, the silver jewelry and decorative items of Odisha are also popular. Silver jewelry and decorative items . Silver jewelry and decorative items of Odisha are also popular. And mining is also an important industry here. Minerals like iron, coal, aluminium are found in Odisha, and because of that, mining is also an important occupation here. What is the regional language of Odisha? In what language do people of Odisha speak in? They speak in Odia. Okay. So this is the traditional dance form of Odisha, and it is called Odissi dance. Odisha is also a center for religious tourism. This is your Jagannath Rath Yatra at Puri, and people flock to Jagannath Rath Yatra Puri, and other religious centers of Odisha are temples. The various temples at Bhubaneswar are Lingaraj temple and Mukteshwar temple. Then you have temples at Puri, that is your Lord Jagannath temple and Loknath temple are the popular or famous temples at Puri. And you have the Sun temple at Konark. So these are the various religious centers of the Hindus, and Odisha is a center for religious tourism. Other than that, you can also find Chilika Lake here. So this Chilika Lake is the largest lagoon in India, and it is all in winter. Many different kinds of birds from different parts of the world, they migrate to Chilika Lake in winter, and there are also various bird sanctuaries here, which is a popular tourist spot here. Our next state is Andhra Pradesh. Which is the capital of Andhra Pradesh? Hyderabad is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Hyderabad is the capital of Andhra Pradesh. And what is the regional language of Andhra Pradesh? It is Telugu. People of Andhra Pradesh speak in Telugu, and the delta formed in Andhra Pradesh is called the Krishna Godavari Delta. Krishna Godavari Delta. And this delta is one of the largest producers of rice in our country, and hence Krishna Godavari Delta region is called the rice bowl of India. Rice bowl of India. So, if I ask you which is the rice bowl of India, the answer is the Krishna Godavari Delta region is the rice bowl of India, because it is the largest producer of rice in our country. Okay. And another important city in Andhra Pradesh is your Visakhapatnam. Okay. Visakhapatnam is an important port of Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Other than being a port, it is also an important shipbuilding center. It is a shipbuilding center, and you can also find oil refineries here. You can also find oil refineries here and iron and steel plants. So, Visakhapatnam is the important port of Andhra Pradesh. It is a shipbuilding center. There are various oil refineries here and iron and steel plants here. Our next state is Tamil Nadu. Which is the capital of Tamil Nadu? Chennai is the capital of Tamil Nadu, and Chennai is located, this is an important port of Tamil Nadu, and it is located in the Coromandel coast. So, this is your Marina Beach here, and this Marina Beach, it is the longest beach in our country. This Kanyakumari is also a part of Tamil Nadu. So, the point where the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain meet, this is called Kanyakumari, and this is the southernmost tip of the Indian mainland. So, Kanyakumari is the southernmost tip of mainland India, and in Kanyakumari, there is a tourist monument called Vivekananda Rock Memorial. This is the place where Vivekananda had got his enlightenment, and this is also an important tourist attraction. Now, our next state is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands is also a union territory. It is a union territory, and it is a group of around 300 islands. and the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands is Port Blair. Okay, and people here, they live in groups or tribes, and very few people live here. The cellular jail is an important tourist attraction in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, because it was here that the British used to imprison our various Indian freedom fighters. And this cellular jail, also called Kalapani, it is an important national monument. Okay? And other than this, fishing is also an important occupation because of its coastal, because it is located in coastal areas, and tourism is also an important industry here because of its beautiful beaches and islands, and the main crops here are coconut and rice. Coconut and rice are the main crops here. So, this is the cellular jail in Port Blair, where many of our Indian freedom fighters were imprisoned by the British. Okay, let us now come to the next state, that is Puducherry. Okay, Puducherry was previously known as Pondicherry. Okay, and this is also a union territory. Okay. One of the main tourist attractions of Puducherry is the Aurobindo Ashram. And Puducherry used to be a French colony, that is, they were previously also ruled by the French. Okay, and the main languages spoken here are Tamil, English, and French. So, these are the main languages spoken in Puducherry. Let us take a look at. So, this is the Aurobindo Ashram, which is in Puducherry, and this is one of the main tourist attractions of Puducherry. So, this concludes the explanation part of this chapter, children. Let us now proceed to the book work and copy work of this chapter. So, children, we shall now do the map work of this chapter. I want all of you to do this map work in your copy work. So, let us now proceed with the map work. So, what do we have in the map work? On the political map of India, mark and label the following. The eastern and western coast, you have to mark Gujarat coast, Konkan coast, Malabar coast, Coromandel coast, and the northern circles. So, let us have a look at the map. Okay. So, this is the political map of India. And in the political map, you have to mark the eastern and western coastal plains. So, to the right you have the eastern coastal plains, and which are the parts of eastern coastal plains? The upper part is called northern circus and the lower part is called the Coromandel coast. So, from here, from this point, I want you to write northern circus, okay? And from here, I want you to write Coromandel coast. Okay? Now we will come to the western coastal plains. Now western coastal plains is made up of three parts, that is 1 Gujarat coast, 2 Konkan coast, and 3 Malabar coast. So from the top part, that is from Gujarat, you will have to write Gujarat coast here, and here from this point I want you to write Konkan coast, and from this point, that is from Kerala, you will have to write Malabar coast. So this is your map work. I want you to draw the map Indicate the map neatly and legibly, children, and this is to be done in your copy work. Let us now proceed to the book work and copy work of the chapter. So children, let us now start with the book work. For this I want you to open your textbook page 54 and let's start with the book work. So exercise A, fill in the blanks. Remember it's page number 54 of your textbook. Let's start with the first question. The western and eastern coasts of India meet at dash. So they meet at Kanyakumari. Second, lagoons are saltwater lakes which get cut off from the sea. And the third question is, Mumbai is the largest port of India. And question 4, Goa lies in the Konkan coast of the western coastal plain. And fifth, the cellular jail in Port Blair was used to jail Indian freedom fighters. And the sixth question, Odissi is the famous dance of Odisha. Now let's come to exercise B, match the columns. First is the Konkan coast. Where is the Konkan coast? Konkan coast lies in the western coastal plain. So beside D, I want you to write 1. Second, Coromandel coast. Coromandel coast lies in the eastern coastal plains. So beside E, I want you to write 2. Third, Coral Islands. Which islands are called Coral Islands, children? The Lakshadweep Islands are called Coral Islands. So beside C, I want you to write 3. And in the question 4, Indra Point, where do you find Indra Point? You find Indra Point in the Andaman Nicobar Islands, and it is the southernmost tip of Andaman Nicobar Islands. At the same time, it is the southernmost point of India. Question 5, Vivekananda Rock Memorial, where is it found? It is found in A, Tamil Nadu. So beside A, I want you to write 5. Okay. Now come to page 55 of your book and let's do the multiple choice questions. Question 1, which of these coasts lie in the western coastal plain? Your options are A, Konkan coast, B, Malabar coast, C, Gujarat coast, and D, all of these. And which are the 3 parts of western coastal plain, children? It starts from Gujarat coast, then Konkan coast, and third Malabar coast. So the correct option is D, all of these. Question 2, which of these is a port city? Your options are A, Delhi, B, Bengaluru, C, Hyderabad, and D, Chennai. So among these, Chennai is the port city. So put a tick in option D. Question 3, which of these ports is also a shipbuilding center? So your options are A, Mumbai, B, Visakhapatnam, C, Kolkata, and D, Kandla. So the correct option is B, Visakhapatnam. Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh is a shipbuilding center. Question 4, the Aurobindo ashram can be found in dash. So your options are A, Andhra Pradesh, B, Tamil Nadu, C, Odisha, and D, Puducherry, and the correct answer is D, Puducherry. Put a tick in D. Question 5, an important seaport of Karnataka is dash. Your options are A, Cochin, B, Kavaratti, C, Visakhapatnam, and D, Mangalore, and the correct option is D, Mangalore. Put a tick there in D. Question 6, the Gir forest which is home to the Asiatic lion is located in A, Gujarat, B, Maharashtra, C, Andhra Pradesh, and D, Kerala, and the correct answer is A, Gujarat, because Gir forests are found in Gujarat. So this concludes the book work, children. Let us now proceed with the copy work. In the copy work, the first question is define. You have to define a port. What is a port? A port is a place by the sea or a river where ships can be loaded and unloaded. Loading means putting goods into the ship, and unloading means taking goods out of the ship. Okay. So let us now start with answer the following questions. Question 1. How is it that so many people in Puducherry know French? The answer is many people in Puducherry know French because at one time the French ruled Puducherry. Now let's come to the second question. Question 2. What is the advantage of a long coastline? Answer. Through long coastline, we can transport large quantities of goods into and out of the country. Question 3. Which is the southernmost tip of A, the Indian mainland, and B, India? So this is an important thing to know, children. When we talk about the Indian mainland, we are talking about subcontinent India. So the southernmost tip of Indian mainland, that is the Indian subcontinent, is the Kanyakumari. But when we talk about southernmost tip of India, the answer is Indira Point. You know that India includes mainland India and the two islands, Lakshadweep Islands and Andaman Nicobar Islands. And since Indira Point is the lowest part in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that will become the southernmost tip of India. Let us now come to the fourth question. Through which states do the western and eastern coastal plains pass? Answer is western coastal plain. Which are the states? Gujarat, Goa, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Kerala. And eastern coastal plain, you have the states of West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So these are the various states here. Now let's come to the question 5. Why are the Lakshadweep Islands referred to as coral islands? The answer is the Lakshadweep Islands are referred to as coral islands because many of these islands are made up of deposits of the skeletons of an animal called coral. And question 6. Name 4 major occupations of the people of the coastal plains. Answer is 4 major occupations of the people of the coastal plains are 1. Fishing, 2. Agriculture, 3. Working in ports and in petroleum industry, and 4. Tourism. Now let's come to the last question, question 7. Name 4 main industries of Gujarat. Answer is 4 main industries of Gujarat are 1. Textile industry, 2. Fertilizer industry, 3. Petroleum industry and 4. Diamond cutting industry. So children, this concludes the explanation of the second part, the book work, copy work and map work of this chapter. I hope you understood this clearly. We shall discuss about this again in our live class. Till then, take care and bye.